Now, the one thing that I did want to get to after this, we talk about real boxing. Let's talk about play boxing, okay? Let's talk about Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson. I want to get your take on this, Guido. What do you think?
Why is this happening?
Yeah.
Other than money.
Other than
Money would be
money,
the
okay?
obvious answer.
Money's
Other
the
than
answer for
money,
everything. Yeah.
yeah. Other than money, why the fuck is this happening?
That's my take as well.
Has Jake Paul fought a real boxer yet?
He fought one. His name was Tommy Fury, which, he's more of a part-timer than anything else. He says he would, como se dice, he did it his entire life, which I doubt it. With his showings against Jake Paul at KSI, I doubt it. But yeah, Tommy Fury was a legit boxer, and Jake lost. So,
There you go.
that's it. Now, of course, people are going to say, oh, what about the last two fights where he fought this one guy who was up and coming and this other guy who was an Uber driver? Yeah, that's it. There's this one kid who wasn't special. He got knocked down pretty quickly. And then he fought another guy who was way past retirement and got knocked the fuck out in the first round after not putting up much of a fight. So, and then people found out that motherfucker's an Uber driver. So, it's obvious that he wasn't going hard, for the fight. He just wanted a quick payday, which is normal for boxers, to be honest. They pad their records with a bunch of jobbers, the equivalent of jobbers, rather. Which is fair, but I just want to see, I really want to see Jake get ragdolled. The thing is, I don't think it's going to happen with Mike Tyson. And that's hard for me to say because Mike Tyson is 50-6. He's one of the best world heavyweight champions of all time. Como se dice, undisputed. You know what I mean? He's great at what he does. He's an amazing knockout artist. I've seen quite a few matches, not so many, but I've definitely seen quite a few matches of his. And the way he dominated people, especially the top guys at his time, is absolutely transcendent. I mean, a lot of people learned the boxing of. Sorry, I'm trying to speak English. It's hard for me. The sport of boxing evolved because of Mike Tyson. It's crazy how quickly things changed once Mike Tyson became dominant. People started gauging distance a lot better. People started, como se dice, getting used to people fighting in the pocket. The way Mike Tyson fought was different from everyone else. So it was crazy how boxing evolved over time. So I'm not taking away his accolades. Mike Tyson, he's amazing. That being said, he's going to be 58 when the fight starts. He's pushing 60. Now, like I said, Mike Tyson's still a bad motherfucker, especially after some recent training footage. He's definitely still got some fucking chops. But Jake Paul is not only in his physical prime at 27, but he is also roided to fuck. I'm not saying Mike Tyson isn't either, but Jake Paul is young and he's roided out. Man is on every single fucking anabolic steroid, test tube, drug imaginable. Against Tyson, Mike Tyson, I don't like it. I don't think this fight should have ever been made, but I know why it was made. It was for money. Mike Tyson wants to make a big payday, and so does Jake Paul. Fair. Now, one thing that I find distasteful. There's two sides of this for me. Two sides. One where both of them are bad, by the way. There's two sides, two results from this fight that either way you look at it, it's bad for everyone involved, reputation-wise. Is one where it's a simple light sparring match where they're just, little taps. Oh, let's get in there and play. And they're hitting each other with light shots, maybe a couple haymakers, but nothing crazy, right? And then they get through the entire fight. It's like, oh man, we both win. Como se dice, everybody wins. The power of friendship. And it's just a dumb exhibition where no one fucking gets knocked out. No one puts up a really decent fight. And it's entertaining. It's not even entertaining, and it's boring as hell. This has happened multiple times with Logan Paul versus Floyd Mayweather, along with, Logan Paul versus Dylan Dennis, along with some other fights that Jake has pulled. It's just boring ass fights until the finish. You know what I mean? So when it comes to
I think that's the most likely outcome.
That's what I think too. Is that Mike Tyson and Jake Paul are just gonna play fucking a little sparring match for however many rounds it is. All right, no one's gonna go for each other's heads. So this is gonna be a dumb waste of everybody's fucking time. Not worth it. Now that's one ending, and I think that's the better ending of the two. Now the second ending is Jake Paul actually trying to go for the knockout, actually trying to take out a legend in the sport. If Jake Paul actually does this, he's actually human garbage, in my opinion. He's actually the equivalent of waste, toxic waste, if that. I can't imagine a boxer in his prime right now going up against a legend that's 20 years past his time, thinking that was a good idea. Dragging him out of retirement just to knock him down in front of everybody and to spit on his legacy. I'm not down with that. So it better be a light sparring match. Better fucking be. Because it's not going to be a good fight. Because if it's an intense fight, one of the other is gonna get knocked out, and I tell you what, it ain't gonna be Jake Paul getting knocked out. And I'm not saying that because he's a good fighter, because he's not. Compared to these best fucking heavyweights, he's not. He's never gonna win a world championship, that kind of thing. I may be wrong, but I doubt it. So we know that, but the fact that he's fighting guys who are retired, ex-UFC guys, and now he's fighting a guy who's been retired for how many years? 20 years? Something crazy? I don't know. I find it completely distasteful. I find it horrendous, and I just hope to God that this is a light sparring match and they can both walk away with their money. Not my money, though, because I'm not paying for this shit, and neither should you. Neither should anybody who values their time. There are better things you could do with your time and money, like watching paint dry. There's a few things you could do that are better with your time. So, as far as I'm concerned, don't buy this shit. Don't get a Netflix subscription just for this fight. It's not worth your time. It's not worth my time.
Is it on Netflix?
Yeah, it's going to be on Netflix, July something.
That's crazy.
Yeah. The first boxing fight to ever be on Netflix, and it's a fucking sideshow. So, yeah, that's fun. Wow.
So if you have a Netflix subscription, you're paying for it, whether you like it or not.
Yeah, so, hey, man, get out of it. If you don't want to support Paul, get out of it. Me, personally, I have quite reserved negative opinions about the Paul brothers, but we'll save that for later. But definitely 100% not worth your time. Just look up a highlight reel after it's done. And make sure you have ad blocker on. Anyway, moving on. Anything else you wanted to add to that?
Not really. I don't know much about boxing, so.
Yeah, fuck Jake Paul. This is ridiculous. Moving on.
Yeah, fuck Jake Paul.
Yeah. Fuck Jake Paul.